Can you imagine what it would be like if a farmer from 100 years ago was teleported to any town USA today? What's clucking, peeps? I'm Georgiana, and welcome to Harry Tale Farm. And an embarrassing confession is coming up. I would like to think the farmers would be shocked by all the sweet, sugary foods so readily available to all of us on a daily basis. Plus fast food, convenience foods, fried foods, and all the pre-made, pre-packaged food with some ingredients never heard of before. And they counter those food choices with all the different diets of today. There are so many diet plans. With all these different diets telling us what to eat, it gets so confusing. Have you noticed how much carbs have been demonized by the media and Hollywood in TV shows and movies for decades now?
Well, I'm on this new diet. It's very effective. Well, I don't eat anything. And when I feel like I'm about to faint, I eat a cube of cheese.
As a society, are we healthier? And I feel like I'm going to get in trouble if I even say anything that goes against keto. But I'm willing to risk being unpopular.
You don't deserve them. You eat carbs, for Christ's sake.
But here's the embarrassing confession from years I spent eating poorly. A typical day would be I have a box of Captain Crunch cereal for breakfast that you could get on sale for $1.50. Lunch would be a McChicken sandwich meal for lunch. That would be $2.99. If I was really cheap, I would just get the McChicken sandwich for 99 cents. Snacking on a box of Little Debbie brownies, or any Little Debbie's, that only cost 99 cents. And the dinner would be a box of Kraft mac and cheese, the name brand, and that only cost a quarter. Desserts would be more brownies, and just there you go, rinse and repeat for the next day. Wow, not a stitch of anything healthy. I would go days without any fruits and vegetables. What the heck? I never really even thought much of it. So, fast forward, and I end up with multiple health issues, and they're not as easily reversible because you've been abusing your body for so many years. And I know my example is kind of extreme. Single in your 20s is cheap, affordable, and delicious, and you just do it. So, to me, the logical thing is when in doubt, go old school. Learn from history and culture. All carbs are not created equally. Healthy carbs have been the foundation of staple diets in every culture for thousands of years. These same cultures don't struggle with the weight and health issues plaguing Americans. So today I'm going to focus on the important health benefits of whole grains with some legumes thrown in. And the exciting thing is there are a lot to choose from. I would like to make this a mini series, but do you think it's too unpopular of an idea? Let me know in the comments below. Let's talk about some of the health benefits as I cook up some grain bowls. Today I'm going to be cooking up a big pot of 5 ingredients: wild rice, millet, quinoa, lentils, and mung beans. I've just started doing this recently where I'll cook up a large pot of grains and legumes and then leave some out for the week and freeze little packets for the next week. So these are easy and handy to eat every day, and then I'll add different veggies to it to add extra health. But I do that each day when I eat it, so it mixes up the variety a bit. So some of the benefits of whole grains is that they are not all inflammatory as led to believe. Those with gluten sensitivity have that response from wheat, but also barley and rye. So if you have that sensitivity, you might not know that barley and rye are also included, and barley especially is also thrown into breads. So it's good to be aware of those. Overprocessed grains, aka flours, can be more inflammatory because they've been stripped of nutrients and then often are combined with sugars and fats. And this is even in breads. So that's why there's sometimes the issues with that. Ideally, if we could make more of our own homemade breads with whole grains, that would be ideal. But search for some good sources at the stores. It's best to remove processed foods and refined flours as much as possible. And you also still don't want to overeat on carbs that you don't burn as energy because it does get stored as fat. Even an excess amount of protein that you don't use also get stored as fat. So all calories in excess become fat, not just carbs. Refined carbs mixed with sugar and unhealthy fats are the main reason for getting type 2 diabetes, and it's usually in excessive amounts. These wreak havoc on the liver, which is an overworked fatty liver leads to so many health issues and diseases. It's one of the main organs that support our health, but has rarely been talked about how important it is to our digestive health and our overall health, so we don't get these other diseases. So here are some healthy stats about the grains and legumes that I'm cooking with today. First one, quinoa. Quinoa is a complete protein containing all 9 essential amino acids, which is great for a grain. And I think it's called like a pseudo cereal grain. So it's actually a seed, but they get lumped into grains. It reduces blood vessel inflammation and lowers triglycerides. It boosts your digestive health. It cuts your risk of getting colon cancer, and it helps control hunger. This little excerpt I have from the clevelandclinic.org says quinoa is a good source of magnesium, an important mineral that many people don't get enough of. And people with higher amounts of magnesium in their diets may have a lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. But quinoa could have even more diabetes fighting power. One study found that eating more quinoa helped lower the risk of diabetes in older people who had prediabetes. Eating quinoa in combination with fruits, vegetables, and other whole grains may help prevent diabetes and other metabolic conditions. Love that. Millet is a highly resistant starch, which means it doesn't spike your blood sugar and it reduces cholesterol and has some of these hunger crushing compounds because of the fiber, so you're not always as hungry. Wild rice, and I got this source from WebMD. Wild rice is a wonderfully balanced food source, providing a healthy mix of protein and fiber. What's more, it's also relatively low in calories. One micronutrient abundant in wild rice is manganese, and manganese is an antioxidant and plays a role in keeping the mitochondria in your cells healthy. Manganese has also been shown to play a role in maintaining a healthy metabolism. Research has shown that wild rice has powerful antioxidant and lipid lowering properties. It's also a rich source of dietary fiber. Getting sufficient dietary fiber is essential for keeping cholesterol low. And wild rice is a good source of alpha lipoic acid, and some research has indicated that ALA is beneficial to people with type 2 diabetes, and it may boost the body's ability to produce insulin and reduce the symptoms of diabetic nerve damage. So legumes, in general, are packed with nutrients. They are low in calories, but their fiber and protein make you feel full. The body uses the carbohydrates in legumes slowly, providing a steady energy for the body, brain, and nervous system. So eating more legumes as part of a healthy diet can help lower blood sugar and blood pressure. Beans and legumes contain antioxidants that help prevent cell damage and fight disease and aging. The fiber and other nutrients benefit the digestive system and may even help prevent digestive cancers. And this is all quoted from medlineplus.gov. And then lastly, mung beans is an excellent source of protein, dietary fiber, minerals, vitamins, and significant amounts of bioactive compounds, including polyphenols, polysaccharides, and peptides, therefore becoming a popular functional food in promoting good health. The mung bean has been documented to help get rid of hypoglycemia, hyperlipemia, and hypertension, and prevent cancer. And this is all from the National Library of Medicine. In addition, studies have linked ancient grain consumption to health benefits such as lower heart disease risk, better blood sugar control, which can help with preventing or improving diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and improved digestion, which includes the liver, and it can reduce liver inflammation. So this is a healthy addition to our daily diets, or at least most days, to add into our diets. So thanks for watching with me, everybody, today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful and educational and maybe inspiring to try and add some of these grains to your everyday meal plans. I am planning to make this a series to give creative ideas with different grains, with different recipes that will make it fun and healthy, delicious. I do have a couple links. They are affiliate links through Amazon for a couple of these grains or legumes that might be harder for you to find in your area, like me out in the country. Um, Mung beans in particular and millet. And some of the grains or beans could be a little pricier when you buy a whole package, but they go a long way. They spread far. So overall, eating whole grains is also budget friendly. And you can pick and choose which ones you want to try and can afford. I do like the idea of mixing them up and having some variety because then it makes, eating more fun and interesting. And thanks again for joining me. See you in the next video.